Well, good morning. So today I'll probably talk about fantasy, which is a very interesting subject, but probably just for a very small amount of people. So today I'm in the sports complex for the Portuguese National Stadium. It's a nice place to walk around. Have streams, a small lake, 9-hole golf course, rugby fields, football fields, the stadium, of course, the swimming pools, like for the Olympics and the Paralympic swimming pools. So, and we have wildlife, ducks and pigeons and all sorts of animals here. So as you can see, I'll try and show you if I can. So, as you can see, very empty right now because it's early in the morning. Oh yeah, also the tennis fields. So, yeah. Oh. So fantasy. So, as I spoke about yesterday, so I'm in 4 leagues and got 4 losses. So yay me, clearly the best fantasy player in the world. So so how did I get here? Okay, so I'm in 4 leagues. 3 of them are Dynasty. It's funny, for years and years I tried to get into Dynasty leagues and I was always late to get the last remaining spot. So, well, 3 years ago I got into 1 and this year I got into 2 more. So normally I always have 2 non-Dynasty leagues. So one from the people in Portugal that are my friends that follow the NFL, and another from the Cover One site or community that follows the Bills that I'm part of. And unfortunately, this year has been at least very full of life stuff, so I missed when they were creating the leagues. So this year I'm only in 1 normal league. So the issue I think I have with at least my Dynasty leagues was they're all automatic leagues, which makes it much harder because it's a long term. So it's hard to get them going. So my 3-year league has 2 quarterback slots, pure quarterback slots. What happens is that I have 0 starting quarterbacks, which puts me at a disadvantage. I actually almost won my game because I have a strong team, but just no quarterbacks. So now either I blow it up, try to start again, or try to get some quarterbacks, which I'm trying to do. Had 2 trade offers rejected, so I'll have to see. So there's I think 3 people in that league that have quarterbacks. One it's very hard to trade with. I tried. He wants a very high price, which is fair. I don't have quarterbacks, and he has a lot of them, and he knows that I'm desperate to get one. So probably not as desperate at his prices, but well, such is life. I'll have to think about it, how desperate I am in a couple of weeks. So I'll just show you guys here are the rugby fields. So I think in this exactly field I saw an American football game. I think at the time was the Navigators, and I don't remember the other team. So in my Portuguese league, some of my friends actually played and coached for the Navigators. So and so I have two other people in the league that have extra quarterbacks. So I played one of the guys in the first week, tried to get Darnold. He wanted more than I want to pay for him. And now for the second week I'll play the other guy who has a lot of quarterbacks, but I looked at his squad and he has a lot of picks. So I think he's trying to retool and get a really strong team probably in the next year or two. So he wants to sell. He has made other trade offers in the past, which were fair, let's say. So I think I may be able to get something with him. So I think the issue he also knows that I'm desperate, so trade offers are probably, I would not say super crazy. It's just a little bit for his side, which I won't say it's a bad thing. I think since I need two, I think he has also Flacco, so maybe I'll get Fields and Flacco. But well, Fields could come down to earth. He has, I think, Tyrod Taylor, which is a decent backup that could come in and play at least at a decent level. And if the Jets have a good defense and all, they could go with that. They don't have any rookie, so well, we'll see. But still, Steelers, it's a good defense, and he played well. I think just the first game, so we'll see when they get more tape. So that's my big concern, to pay big for someone which is not I say established. So Flacco, the same thing. He normally starts well. Well, I don't think you can say that he started well. I think it was 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He has a rookie in the bench. I actually have Sanders there. So with normally the history of Cleveland, he will get to play some games. Yeah. So last year I got to semi-final with just quarterbacks, which is very nice. Apart that probably if I had decent quarterbacks, I would have won the league. So makes you think like how you should handle these type of things. Like, should I just like trade my draft picks, get some guys in, win the league? Yay! Probably what I should have done last year. Well, if I had trading partners, but normally there's people that are retooling, so we'll see. So I think this is my big chance of getting something. Is at least to get starters for now, and then I have like 6 or 7 backups, and hopefully due to underperformance of the starters, because I don't want to see anyone get injured, they get some games, and that is enough for me to be competitive this year. I had issue with the application, so I actually had 2 issues that cost me this year. One was for this, because they have like a 8-round rolling draft, so each person has 8 hours like to draft. Of course, as soon as someone drafts, it passes to the next person, and they shut it down during the night. So this league is the European Super League. So it's funny that they make you have a city name and then an animal name, and then you do your team name with it. So I wanted to do the typical alliteration, and so I went with Queluz, where I lived most of my life, and I don't think I can correctly say the name, but I'll try. Quetzalcoatl, something. It's like a pterodactyl, and so it's Queluz, Quetzalcoatl, something like that. Yeah, so that team, as I told before, it's auto, because we had arranged a date and then someone had a wedding and they changed the date, and guess what? To a date I couldn't, so it had to be auto. To get to a point, the commissioner had to stop the draft, give me Cousins, because I didn't have quarterbacks, which is really good, right? And so then they started doing the 8-hour thing, which is quite nice. Like, you have time, but some people may have like periods where they don't have the time. So I don't know. I enjoy it. And so after that they did the 8 hours, and I was like, oh, if only they had done that from the start. So, but at the time it was just like the bottom of the roster. And then we actually did a rookie draft after. So it is actually quite nice. So you just do the draft and then do your rookie draft, which is good because it helps you see where you had the holes in your team. It's actually now drizzling a bit. I don't know. So I didn't think this camera is waterproof. So let me just stay here a bit, see if this clears up. So yeah. So hopefully it doesn't seem to be a lot of cloud cover. It has already rained, so it's nice walking around with the smell of the earth after it rains. So I'll just stay here under an olive tree, waiting a bit for it to go away. So where was I going? Okay, so of course I was not first, but in the rookie draft, but I was able to get Richardson, and at the time I was very happy. Like, okay, I have Cousin, I have Richardson, maybe okay. I did had who was it? It was the quarterback for Washington. I don't remember now his name. Sam Howell? I don't know. And I also had, I think, Geno Smith, but I didn't know very well how the application worked, and so I stupidly lost Geno Smith. I asked the commissioner, but he didn't revert it, so I basically was without someone that would be very helpful the last previous seasons. So I have a strong team. So I have Puka Nacua, Jackson, Smith and Jigba, A.G. Brown, Bowers, Warren. I think running back, probably not the best, but I have Hubbard, I have Pacheco, I have Eckler. I don't know who I have more. Yeah, but now I really need to get a couple of quarterbacks. So I'll have to see. I have Huntley, so the backup for Lamar Jackson, who normally plays all games. Maybe 1 or 2 games he doesn't play. So yeah, but let me just double check, because I do have some interesting ones. So of course, let's just say here. Where is it? So yeah, because Sleeper sometimes is not that well on the UI, because you click something and it goes to okay. Yeah, so Richardson and Cousins. Okay, so well, Jones has a history of sometimes not playing that well, so see. Or maybe he just needed to get out of Dable. And Cousins. Okay, so Penix has injury history, but he's playing well, so not much chance there. Same for Richardson, who hopefully he gets it together, but it was another talented and raw quarterback. Well, hopefully in the future he will go to some place and start playing. Or, well, Jones has had some injuries also, but we'll have to see there. And then I have Mullins, so the backup for Trevor Lawrence. So I think they won. I think he played decently, so same thing, like apart from injury, even if he plays bad, I don't think they'll put Mullins in. Brissett for Arizona, so I think same thing. Huntley, same thing. Sanders is, yeah, maybe the Browns will get one more start on that very long list of starting quarterbacks after Tim Couch. And Browning, so yeah, so well, with that line, I hopefully don't, but I think Burrow may be the next Andrew Luck, and people call that thing criminal. And then Dalton, which Young did not play that well, so we'll have to see, but maybe I get some starts, but that's it, like I'm really bare here. And so in my Cover 1 Dynasty League, don't have a bad team, but for some reason I have an empty tight end field. I don't know why. Yep, he played, so I don't know what happened here. For some reason I did not have a tight end there. Yeah, but it's a decent team. I lost, and if I got all my guys' points, I would probably, not probably, I would have still lost, so maybe not that as good as possible. Oh, someone, so I had a waiver here, and I lost that waiver. I wanted to get Johnson, the tight end from New Orleans, but someone overbid me. So, well, I think the waiver claims are being processed right now. So, let's see if I got something or not. Some reason, Sleeper is probably processing all the waiver wires, so not working that well. So let's see how the weather is. Yeah, still a little drizzle. I'll just walk a bit and stop in front. Okay, so a lot of okay. Well, how interesting it is, me watching the waiver wire results. So, coming back to my the Cover 1 Dynasty League, which is a community and a web page, has a lot of YouTube content. They actually have very good like analysis on players. I'll put the link on the description. So my team has Mahomes as the starter, and then Jacobs and Williams as the running backs, St. Brown, McLaren, Evans as the wide receivers, Schultz the tight end, and well, Tez as a super flex, which I put Cameron Ward in, which was probably not the best choice. But yeah, so not a bad team. I think it underperformed a bit week 1, so no reason for alarm. But as always, auto draft, you can't really do I say a strategy. So I'm at least stuck with the players right now until I get some new ones, and at least try to get someone on the waiver wire, and failed. So, but the waiver wire, at least now, unless you are very certain of something, it will probably not get you a high-end starter. So just have to wait and see. So now on my Portuguese leagues, so on the non-dynasty one, which is aptly called the Not Jeff Fisher League, so I lost. So I don't think that's a big surprise. So team is not bad. So I have Lamar Jackson, Brian Robinson. So one of the other issues I had was that during the draft I got in, and it was automatic drafting, and I did not notice. So I wanted Jackson and Bucky Irving, and I got Jackson, and then I got someone else, and I was like, what? So that I noticed that it was auto, and I turned it off, but could have been a much better team, because I have Kenneth Walker, Najee Harris, and Johnson, Charbonnet, and Walker. So yeah, probably have one running back and a half that I'll have to manage during this season, but well, so it is. But I do have nice receivers, good kicker, good defense. So, and Bowers, well, he's now questionable, so I have to see what I can do about it. But I think he said he's okay, so let's see if it is hampered or not. I think he had some, I don't know, like some injuries last year. So apart from that, he was always, I would say, productive. So let's see how the league is going. So, well, me included, and the other guys haven't updated their team names. I'll probably do it after. So let's see here. Okay, so most teams were very, very close to each other. So doesn't mean anything right now, and week one is week one. But we have here two teams that scored a bit lower than the others. So Hall of Fame rejects and the Harvesters of Sorrow. So Hall of Fame rejects. So Bo Nix, okay, so that explains it. I also had Bo Nix in one of my leagues. Clearly underperformed. Thought Denver was crushing the Titans. Didn't. So, well, just 8 points there. Chase Brown. So Chase, another one who underperformed. Oh yeah, I saw what happened. So Egbupa and Coleman were on the bench. So I think those two play, I think probably like one of the highest scoring teams. So no issues there, just a question of having the wrong players on the bench. Happens to us all. There was one of the leagues where I also had players in the bench. If I put them in, I could have won the game. But such is fantasy. If you never done that, either you're a genius, very lucky, or you never played fantasy. And so, Harvesters of Sorrow. So, Harvesters of Sorrow. So, well, not a lot of points on the bench, which is worrying, apart from Purdy, but he has Daniels, which played better, and McCaffrey. So I think Pacheco, Collins, Hill, Hawkinson, Adams. So Adams could be better. Hill also, and also Collins. Maybe Pacheco, well, have to see with them. But still, I think well, this is a bit more worrying kind of team, but still a lot of people here that can improve their performances. So, but not as much points in the bench. Like when you leave like 40 or 50 points in the bench, I think that's okay. It's good. Here, no points on the bench, which is worrying if this players' trend continues. So you have to see there. And now the We Are Dynasty League, also for my Portuguese friends. And this one, oh, let's see. Well, as always, the UI is sometimes not very, doesn't work that well. Okay, so I got beat up, well, by the person that had the highest points. Had points in the bench, but well, it is what it is, and I think all teams got. I think all teams got decent points. Apart now from the Oikiland Reindeers and the Mosh Pit Bloodbath. So since I'm with a metal t-shirt, I'll start with the Mosh Pit Bloodbath. Okay, so well, it's not a bad team. Just a lot of people also underperforming. McLaren underperformed, Andrews, Higgins, well, Higgins and Higgins, yeah. Collins also. Yeah, Collins was like targeted 5 times, 3 catches, and normally he's the wide receiver 1 for the Texans, so I think he will do better. Pacheco is the one we'll have to see, but Kansas City started losing on the Chargers, so could have been just that. And now let's see the Oakland Raiders or Deers. Well, this is a team that Stafford, well, Rams did not score that much points, so, and had Fields on the bench. So if you had Fields on the bench, not enough to win, but at least enough to get to at least to the average points that the teams made, which is probably enough to get some wins here and there. So it's like Chubb, this is the bench, sorry. This is and now, so Harvey, Neighbors, Thomas, Loveland, Evans, Williams. So yeah, so it's a bit more worrying because it's not like, okay, some of these can make more points, but they're not as expected to get big points all weeks. Yeah, so I think more worrying here. And I think for talking about fantasy, which is probably as interesting as talking about the snail digestive system. And so yeah, so it's a good walk today. This is a tunnel under one of the highways that leads to Lisbon. And let's see if I can show you. There's a nice, how you say, art here. It's quite nice. And now I'll go and finish my walk. Actually, I'll just talk a little bit more, because in the end there's a 500-year-old church, Nossa Senhora da Rocha, or Our Lady of the Rock. It's a quite nice church. I'll show them the outside. so there's been some, at least injury news. Let's just check. I think Purdy may not play, has a toe and shoulder injury. I think after getting the big contract, one of the things that you probably don't want to see your quarterback who is often injured is getting injuries in the first game. So makes people think, should you have paid him or not? Yeah, that's a thing. Like in the NFL, it's very hard to get quarterbacks. So if you get one, normally you pay him. Now the thing is, will that make your team less competitive? Because paying a quarterback means he'll have to lose several good or very good players. Because now what you pay for a quarterback is what you pay for several good or very good players. So it's started draining a bit, which is not what I was expecting, because when I left was a bit of a blue sky with some clouds. Now it's clearly raining, so I'll have to see if I can get to the church before I get soaked wet. So I think, let me just check what is the game on Wednesday. Try to get a little bit of cover, because it's raining quite hard now. Or not hard, but okay. So it's Packers versus the Commanders on Thursday. So we'll have to. It's going to be an interesting game. So I have to just try and get some cover for my camera. It's well, raining a bit hard, so I have to see if I just ruin my camera like on the third outing, which would be very nice. I'll probably need to try to go here. Okay, so let's see. Well, here. Whoa. Okay, so I'll just try and dry out just a little bit. Camera. Yeah, but well, oof. Well, it seems more cloud cover came. Didn't notice. So Packers against the Commanders. So I don't think there was like any big news in terms of injuries for both teams. I think the Packers will win that game. So yeah, but two good young quarterbacks. So Daniels is probably not a quarterback you want to bet against, but he proved it last year. So, but the Packers play at home, so yeah. So Love has the weapons. He has good defense, has a running game. So Commanders also good, also have a running game, but defense probably not as good. And sorry. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think the Packers will win. I think Commanders will score some points. So yay for Daniels and McLaurin. But yeah. So yeah, I don't think I can make it to the church, at least in time, and I don't want to get the camera wet. So I'll end here. So have a nice day, and hopefully I can show you the church in another day.